while Imperial just have one P250 and a couple of pieces of utility. Very Kevlar focused here for both teams.
Two-man on road for 9Z, pushing through the B-bomb site, allowing, enabling, encouraging rotation towards A. Try will fall back though, doubt perhaps, press X. Buddha continues his flank, Imperial safety in numbers. Bolts with the first victim, there goes the bomb as well. David was looking good, but now he's taken one in the face. Still standing, 5-on-3 retake looking likely as the bomb is planted by Imperial. Work to be done then by 9Z. Somehow David still alive. There's a big swing on his position, but he's still dodging all these bullets. There goes Feltz, Jota, and VINI, and the round will be 9Zs. Buddha and Try will get cheap helmets. Maybe David as well, if his Kevlar hasn't been touched.
Very nice from DGT. Coming in with a Glock for those final couple of kills. But for Imperial, a little frustrating. You buy a single smoke, and it just has a massive gap in it. So your split is spotted ahead of time. It gives David an early warning when the players are going to be coming his way exactly. This cleanup from DGT. Lovely work with the Glock at the end there. Cleans up all the final kills. And wow, okay, with a round win. Quick tactical timeout from 9Z. They've gone straight for the AWP here in the hands of Tribe. That's wild. I assume DGT had to drop that with all the kills he got in the pistol. But that is something Imperial are unlikely to be expecting in a second round.
But look at the buy overall, man. Who won the round? Look at all these Galils. The armor penetration.
The nades are awful for Imperial, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess 9Z's kind of suck too, though, actually.
Yeah, I'm still coming to terms with these second rounds when they're like this. It's pretty crazy looking. And who knows, especially with MR12 on the way, maybe it'll only get worse.
5 out as well for Imperial. Interesting. Hands of Jota. Here is Try. Oh, he misses his chance. He's actually gone down.
He's given Henny the AWP if he wants it, and he does want it. Of course he does. 2v2 very quickly indeed. Lightning fast round on Anubis, and 9Z could get reset. The big grey button on the Super Nintendo. Imperial's finger is hovering over it. Henny then 1 versus 2 with the AWP. I don't expect him to miss, although now the smoke has been deployed. Does he go for the round, or does he save the AWP? Oh, he's halfway there. Does he pursue Max? Needs to get the reload in. That defuse is on the way as was. And second defuse, and he's found him. Man like Henny through the smoke.
Oh, Henny's got to be loving life after this round. Big high five. He's just got a free AWP, and he's able to spray both of them through. There's an M4 at his feet. I thought he was screwed as soon as he had to try and fire through with the AWP. But man, that is a disaster for 9Z. That's basically the worst thing you can do. You buy the AWP, you don't get a kill with it. You give it over to Henny, picks up this rifle, realizes, okay, I'm not getting fought. I haven't heard another tap. He's got to be sticking the bomb. The spray through pays off. And now, there's that AWP from Try, punishing himself with it. Oh dear.
Regret. Press 1 for regret. The big whiff. I think he's... Oh, man. I think he got domed by Henny in the last round as well. Disaster strikes very early for 9Z. Horrible way to start the CT side. Actually, the worst way to start it. But maybe there's something to be said in this third round. Only 2 plays remaining, though, so that'll be a lot harder now. Bomb being collected by Henny. Imperial gravitating towards these players. Oh, Buddha looks away for a moment. That's some CSGO timing for you. All those frags. DGT remains on the scout. Indeed, winning the pistol as a CT side, then losing the second round, for spying and losing, etc. is just a worst possible way to start a half, if you ask me. Loss bonus is in the gutter. With the sewage, with crisp packets, with the remnants of a sausage roll. from Greg's.
Sausage roll. Not if it's a leftover one in the bins, but
What about a Swiss roll? Ever had a Swiss roll?
Swiss roll.
A Swiss roll with jam. It's
Google
like a
Swiss
cake.
roll.
Oh, a Swiss roll.
Oh, yeah.
I used to smash those as a teenager. Swiss roll and fig rolls.
Oh, I used to have fig rolls too. Don't mind a fig roll. I haven't had them in years though.
Fig rolls never got their flowers, man. They're underrated.
Yeah, I rate them. Yeah, this does suck for 90 though, as you were saying. Might have to get their lunch at Greg's with the money that they've got right now. It is not great. Scrounging for pennies. Oh, then Imperial off to a good start. On T side, Anubis. And that is always important. Anubis, the only real heavily T-sided map we have in the pool right now. A lot of pros aren't sure how they feel about that. You know, they've got to make the most of it. And Imperial doing that right now. Big clean up for Phelps. That money. Get the Glock out. Why the hell not? You know how easy this round is. And they only lose the MAC-10, so that is exactly what they wanted, really.
All right, 9Z need to get things going immediately because it just doesn't feel good, especially after Nuke. Sure, there was a comeback of sorts towards the end, but perhaps it was too late already. This has been a very, very bad start indeed, but every team's experienced a bad start before, be it the first map or the second. I don't expect them to be too distracted by it. This push from 9Z. Is Jota aware of it? Certainly is now. That is lightning fast aggression from 9Z. Making statements early in the first buy round. Falling back as well. Max continues to peek, eat some damage from that grenade. Not shy though at the beginning of this one. No one covering mid for the time being for 9Z. Keep an eye on that on the radar. No one covering it at all. Seems they might be posturing for some aggression around the A-bomb site. So they're being very active here, 9Z. Trying to take the game away from Imperial, or at least ruin their timing.
Phelps ran into the molly for a second there. I'm not sure if he was trying to get good timing as the molly faded. Either way, it didn't go quite according to plan. There is that CT aggression, at least in towards A main. Go any further. Anubis definitely a map where a lot of teams feel like you have to run CT aggression because it is T-sided. You've got to take some risks. Speaking of risks, VINI is looking to lurk out here, and it works for him. Max didn't spot him on the edge of that smoke. Now this B site looks very vulnerable.
Bolts has got DGT in the corner. They need to find them though. They're starting to lose players here. 20 seconds, still in the wrong side of the choke points. DGT is still killing time. And rotation is on the way. Buddha's on the way. Try delivers 10 seconds to plant that bomb, and Imperial are just getting absolutely melted. DGT trolling them all that time, staying alive, stopping their movement forward, Imperial. And they get riddled with bullets. It's the kind of round 9Z needed. Aggression at the beginning. Very fast peaks. This is crazy though.
Big recovery round from Try as well with this M4. I was wondering how long it would be until he gets an AWP back in his hands, but he gets a quad kill to make sure he steals his own AWP straight back. And I think that was a molly miss there onto the B site, which was a bit of an issue for Imperial. Either way, this pace is good. Max misses his jump, and he's a sitting duck for VINI.
So much nonsense around these smokes. Wonder how things will change in that regard. There's something weird with the ones in CS2 where if you drop them higher, they tend to go further lower than they otherwise might.
This is a big gamble stack from 9Z, and I think it might work. Bomb's actually undecided right now. I thought they were going to split A. If they split B, this could get very funky very quickly.
Phelps' position will be quite important just around the corner from David. Phelps is lurking in the meantime, though. Does he have a poke in towards the A bomb site? They're losing players now. It's starting to work for 9Z. The read is a good one. I know Phelps is rotating to his team. But now they're wondering about what they can do towards that A bomb site, but David's already taken position there. This is working wonders for 9Z. The incendiary to buy time as DGT starts to rotate as well. 20 seconds, and now things become desperate for Imperial. Slowly creeping towards the site. Phelps may make this doable. Immediately popping David, creating space for the bomb to get planted. It's turning around again, 3-on-2. What a back and forth. DGT waiting for Buddha to rotate in, making some noise, trying to run distraction. A rare miss from Henny, and he's in the red. But is there anything left for Buddha to do? 1 versus 3 as DGT is dropped. Pretty fun round from 9Z, but not given the reward they were looking for.
Yeah, fantastic lurk out from Phelps there. Even though he was initially wanting to stick with the plan and group back up to his teammates, I think it was clear that they must have communicated that that B site looked very well defended. There were already a couple of players spotted and an AWP. They say, let's just go back to A. And you see David is completely exposed there on the site. Phelps just takes a risk of going out dry, and it was the right risk. They saw that AWP on the other side of the map. So it works out for Imperial in the end, and that's despite them losing that first fight. Lost Bolts, who was trying to lurk out mid. Looked like they lost so much map control, but they get Phelps into the site. They get Jota up through mid. He has big impact at the same time. 9Z, it's another round where you feel like they could have won it, but they don't. They can't break through. Now they have to save because of it. Oh, not even get the flash right.
Oh, that was a swing for Buddha. He swings anyway. He believes in himself with that AK-47, and nobody is home. Hero rifle round for 9Z. So happy that another community map has made it into the map pool. That's so important.
Hell yeah.
Very necessary.
It's in a slightly awkward position. It should be fine. But that AK of Buddha's gone back to B. Look out okay here. I think Henny is holding this cross for the site, though, so Buddha's going to have to play passive. Otherwise, he is a dead man. Oh, and that's the shot from Henny. Now that that AK is dropped, I don't know what chances 9Z really have here. Then again, they have so little. Might be worth hanging around to try and get that AK, but they haven't. Left the site completely open. So Imperial will confirm their 5th. So there is the question of, do Imperial want to hunt, or do they want to focus their own economy? If I were them, I might just focus on my own money. But Bolts has other ideas. Probably afford to lose 1 player if you're Imperial here. I'll be okay.
Always nice if you can make it oppressive. Imperial with momentum. See what the money looks like once this round is concluded for the likes of 9Z. Just shy of $5,000 per person. Satisfying frag. In an unsatisfying round. Nice to see the frame rate was improved in the water for the game to come. Back into CSGO territory. The M4A4s will be out once again. AK-47 in the hands of DGT. Imperial moving quickly once more, but how quickly are we talking? Only going to send it straight into the bomb site. David's surely not expecting this. Somehow he's got two from it, though. Bolt's waiting for that rotation, catching DGT off guard. 3-on-3, still doable for 9Z despite these early losses. Buda, trigger, discipline, lost his opportunity though. He's smoked off the site.
3-on-3 for 9Z here to try and come back in. A bit of utility, they'll make the most of that. Ollie clears out one angle. Flash into the site. This is still a tricky angle to clear. Phelps is now taking damage. Try gets him out of there. But Bolts brings one back, and that time has ticked so far. Jota forced into the open and traded, but it doesn't matter. The time is just too far gone. Bolts is in too strong of a position. Just double check that that bomb is safe. It is Imperial to win yet another round. Continue their fine form here on Anubis.
Outside of the pistol rounds, after which 9Z have got reset, just that one round they managed to secure. It must feel bothersome for them at present. But again, there is plenty of play remaining in this half. We know they've got the tricks. We saw even that failed flashbang with the swing of the AK underneath. There is some detail to their game. Again, they didn't always get all the kills they needed in that game of Nuke. Another quick pop, but Max doesn't go too deep. Might have find himself something if he did, and he'll find it anyway as VINI looks to swing on him, stuck in it ahead of that Molotov. And that fallback is heard by Phelps. He's got an opportunity to just walk into the bomb site here. He has a small window. There he go through this smoke, though. Indeed, he'll dissipate before he gets there. That's half the information. He knows there was a second. He's created some space for the team, and Bolts has made his way through mid at the same time. So they are pinching this bomb site very quickly indeed. That's a key frag for Bolts, and that might be the round right there.
Now that A site is very well patrolled right now for Imperial. Not allowing any visitors over towards A at the moment. And 9Z look like they're going to just abide by those rules. Which they can really do, being so far out from this side of the map. This looks quite comprehensive from Imperial. Feels like they are just in control of the majority of rounds. I feel like 9Z are bringing a couple of rounds close, but on the whole, Imperial always seem to have that slight edge. Glad we're seeing a better game from Henny here. Pretty mediocre on the first map. And again, he had two of his riflers carrying hard. So sometimes it's worth taking a back seat when that's happening. This has looked pretty good across the board from Imperial right now.
The wheels keep turning. Great presence from Phelps. Capitalized on the loss of his teammate in the best way. Filled the vacuum left by the rotating CTs. Timeout taken by those CTs as 9Z try to find their feet, try to stabilize. The boat is very rocky at present and it's taking on water real fast as well. Didn't really see them on Nuke. Imperial had their runs. And the same is happening on Anubis, maybe even worse.
Look at all these Imperial players, all looking the same way. Is it time for a pace change? We saw them go for a few fast B rounds against Fnatic. They're just teasing me early, although they are now grouping back up. Some utility used towards mid, they'll move towards B. You have a pretty solid stack here, though. 3 CTs in position, ready to try to deny.
Fast one from Imperial. Great spread by Phelps. They'll take that trade. 4-on-2 for Imperial. How fast is this? A bit of long range so close. That really would have encouraged them. That would have spurred them on. They could have landed one more bullet. Had a fairly slow nuke, but this is a completely different story on this occasion from Imperial. And it's great to see a change of pace from them as well, although we have seen some promptness from them in this game of Anubis already. Always nice to have those different gears, though. And again, 9Z are left wanting, very much wanting. Empty hands once more, hungry mouths, rumbling stomachs.
Love that pathing from Phelps. And you saw 9Z, they just weren't really ready for him to emerge on that side. And you can have the other players stringing out from other angles, down from that lower connector, down from sewer. You see, with this smoke up, there's just that little gap on the far side. A good flash for him. Max was trying to watch down below, hoping his teammate had it covered. But once Buddha gets blind, it is 3 frags for Phelps. 2. This is so convincing for Imperial. They looked good yesterday, even in their loss. But this is just showing what they can do when they're up against regional competition, clearly. Maybe they should have been bigger favorites in this one. Oh, and now VINI's getting in on the action.
Wow.
Stunning shots.
They are feeling this momentum. Dub's creeping, showing some elbow, and Max has managed to defend the site. The rest of Imperial are quite spread out. Oh, Jota, he's facing the choke point, pulling grenades out. Almost cost him everything. Can't do that for free. Now Imperial have to find a way in again, but 9Z are being proactive also. Double peek comes through in mid, and the bomb has been lost. Henny racing forward with the Tech-9 and the AWP. Unbelievable response. Only Henny can make a play like that. That's utterly outrageous.
Just so cutthroat. Just not allowing anything. I'll just run at you with the Tech-9. I know what I'm doing. Don't question me. Now DGT has to play the guessing game. It's not a fun one. He doesn't really have any information to go off of here. Just going to have to try and get the right read. That's going to work wonderfully. The fake nades into A and the waltz into B.
1v2 though. Bomb's not planted just yet. DGT has gone to collect the defuse kits.
They hear him drop. They see him drop.
Plan. Oh, and he has raised the alarm. Jota can move in for the 2v1. Baited a shot at the very least, but this is really wasting some time. As he peek before the flash goes off. Jota just needs to hide behind that pillar. Or do that. Either way, it's good. 9-2 for Imperial, but my word, Henny understands the mission with that urgency in the middle of the round. Oh no, we've lost the bomb. I guess I'll have to just kill everyone and take it back immediately. That's so clean from VINI as well. Credit to Max for holding the fort down on the bomb site. But this from Henny's like, oh right, this is high urgency. Bang!
His own shoulder only went around the corner to get those 2 shots off. One of them's a headshot. He counter strafes back. Brilliant work there. And 9Z feeling the pain again. That's a weak goodbye. I mean, this has felt maybe a little more competitive than the scoreline shows. Some of the rounds have been somewhat close, but Imperial always seem to have the slight edge. Again, they've got the early advantage here in this round.
We're looking at like a 12-3 half. Imperial don't have, they don't, well actually Bolts and Henny have bags of money, and that's enough for a team fight.
Oh,
Okay.
let's try done that. He was in a molly.
He could have a timing here. Henny delivers the kill though. Try's got more deagles to find. Won't happen. That feels like one of the closest chances they've had in this half. It's the Desert Eagle roaming around, delivering a few headshots. There has not been much in the name of hope in this half of Anubis for 9Z. We of little faith. Cosmetic damage only.
Yeah, they nearly dropped that bomb at the cross on mid, but then they realize, unfortunately, they're up against Henny, who has been getting important kills all map long. And he's not even AWPing right now. It's the AK that's doing a good bit of the heavy lifting for Henny. This feels like a pretty key round for 9Z. I think if they want to get at least a reasonable half, they've got to win this one. Obviously, with the money Imperial have, gonna have to win a couple of gun rounds here at the end of the half. Control looks good. Forces the utility out from Max. C9Z having to adjust. They've still got that aggressive positioning in A main. At the same time, they will be a little concerned about these site splits now.
Imperial should really find a way to squeeze all these final rounds out. Be a great achievement for them, great for the confidence. They just seem better prepared, to be honest. Love to see them picking up the newer map. Right then, is there a flash for this angle? Henny baiting the shot as VINI delivers. For a second, I thought Henny did, and I was like, what is the science behind that? That doesn't make any sense. But it's VINI, of course. Bomb site taken, then bomb has been planted. 9Z risk losing everything if they go for this, and they risk losing everything if they don't with how to score it. VINI delivering once again, and it will be the expensive way. The wallets are out and the money is taken. Helpless. A helpless half for 9Z.
Out to VINI, keeping his teammates safe. Can't allow these 9Z players into the A bomb site. It's prime real estate. Just hoping to save. A lot of different angles back here out in the open. Not always easy to clear, but Max is cleared out in the end. Nothing saved, nothing really doing for 9Z right now. In control, helping on this A-sided play. And they're able to close the distance on try, get into a good position. VINI with that double, just locking it down.
Oh boy, that body language, man. Have a look at this. This is...
Just every player you look at gets worse.
Yeah, this is Doom. This is Doom, the body language. Feels like it may be lost already. Perhaps
Appreciate
they were...
the coach, yeah, clearly realizing that, trying to get them back into it.
Yeah, but I do wonder if they're simply outmaneuvered by the map veto here. It just doesn't feel like they're ready to play a team like Imperial and Anubis from what we're seeing. Then again, I think series-wide, we haven't really seen them show themselves. We haven't seen that 9Z personality. It hasn't been allowed to shine. They've simply been victims.
Oh boy. Big damage. Good nades there to force DGT away. Is Bolt's really going to do this? Well, he is. It's not going to work, though. Thought we might at least see a flash for him. Just felt like he had the right timing, which was not the case. I'm surprised he made that play, considering they just forced the CTs out. What is that shot? DGT getting involved with the FAMAS. Maybe something for 9Z to get excited about in this round.
Imperial getting fragged is still a win in this round. 3 of the 5 players on 9Z have $0. They have nothing in their pockets but knives and lint. And that could have a part to play in the last round if they can get enough kills here. Should they lose this round, Imperial? Always edges to be found in situations such as these. They also have a 3v2 situation wherever they choose to push. Oh, the timing! Surely not! David somehow gets 2 out of this. Credit to him. Oh, why is Yorpa pulling out grenades like that? You have to wonder when they have the setup. Oh, that's a rough one. But I think that second FAMAS kill puts things in 9Z's favor. No defuse kits, though. Still creeping into the bomb site. They've got to smoke. Desperate times, desperate measures. Touching the bomb. No one's on the bomb, though. Going for it again as Dubs finds the cover. Is there time to defuse this bomb? No, it's going to be close. Oh, they've got it.
Just about.
Jeez. Oh, it's a scout, not an AWP. I'm stupid.
Oh, well, they needed this. They needed a round, man. Like, especially getting a 5-on-3 early. This shot. Wait. Okay, I was wondering how DGT did that. Oh, Phelps is going to bring it back for a second, but Davidus just about gets that second kill. And as you said, that made a huge difference. I thought Phelps might still be the bane of their existence, as he has been so many times. This time, the smoke makes it a little awkward. And that's just a wide swing from Max against the AWP. Big risk taken. It's just a 1-for-1 trade on mid.
Bold plays in that mid position as they look for more. These late rounds are so urgent for 9Z. Makes me think back to that smoke walkthrough by Bolts we saw earlier on. Maybe taking increased risk because of the score. This could open the door a little more to 9Z. Who knows what's to come from their T side? They only take 2 rounds into halftime, then not much maybe. And now they've got a chance for 4. They've got a good chance.
Come the nades. Smoke looks good to deny DGT's angle. Chip from Max, he gets dealt with. Do Imperial still commit to A, or do they come back to B? They're storming this site, but Buddha's still here. He's got one. Dotta does get that trade, but the bomb's still going A, and 9Z are taking the bait.
They're splitting. DGT staying in position. But much position has been lost by these creeping Imperial players. VINI with the AWP misses a shot. 19 seconds to get his bomb planted. Now that could be everything. It's going to be so awkward for VINI. And the HG will make it even worse. Somehow avoids that, but that bomb has been thwarted. That bomb plant again. Jota coming in to hold an angle. Oh, he saw VINI's head. He had an angle for him. He allowed him to plant that bomb. Now VINI's gone. And so is Jota. It will be 4 rounds at halftime for 9Z. It could have been 2. Imperial have opened a door somewhat to allow them to double their score to 4, but will it be enough for them? An oppressive half. Nothing going their way. But what will the T side bring?
Stop. All I got is love for those that's riding with me. All these models vibing with me. Say so, please don't max the case low. Rolling that dice, 7 would be nice. Text coming in, love to see, love to me, C to C, easily. Sharp flows, I got goals, please spread the word. Kicking haters to the curb, catching up all the intrigue, doing it majorly, yeah. Just want you to vibe with me, just the sky come fly with me. Be real, don't lie to me. Where it's going, bringing it back. sun is shining in the afternoon light. Light a fire, get away for the night. Let's sit round the campfire. My God, he's a firework! The best in the game.
From 2 rounds to 4, it really could be the difference maker. Of course, the pistol will be crucial, but I'm very interested to see what they can do with that little extra space they made for themselves, or will they be shut down again by Imperial? Big pistol rounds. Maybe these ones are easier to let slip past with the lead you have, but this is the time to crush. This is the time to show zero mercy. This is the time to grab the bag. 11-4. Julie's out for bolts. Raid boss. Penny gifting him the pistols. I'm double eco on pistol. I want AWP immediately.
Right, yeah. Hey, we saw try get that AWP out in the second round in the first half. Didn't work for him. Instantly lost it. Shall see if that is possible again. Try dueling at range. P250 looking for the long range headshot. It's not been able to deliver, but at least denies any further peaks from Imperial in that position. Happy to play with the clock. They will now move back to mid, where there are 2 CTs waiting. Annoying angle to clear here. Henny, think about moving back. He'll stay forward in the same position. Ahead of that smoke, but he finally ducks back. Seeing a response right now from Imperial. They're rotating away from B, but 9Z might be bringing that bomb to this B site, and it's wide open.
Now we're starting to see the tricks, the shenanigans from 9Z. You really have to wonder if those 2 extra rounds towards the end will be all the difference for them. I am so curious. More work to be done though. Buddha surviving bolts. Then there were 3. Imperial moving forward with a kit. Really low numbers for a pistol round, 3v5. Surely makes their chances a little brutally low. Look at these crossfires for 9Z as well, inviting them to come and lose their Kevlar and kit. Imperial trying to disengage, but only Phelps will make it. Perhaps without the kit. 9Z selling a fake on the pistol round successfully as well.
Imperial bought it hook, line, and sinker. I think it's just that mid control that made Imperial really worried. Surprised they left everyone outside at that B site, but in the pistol, you feel like you just got to go with your gut instinct. You've got to go with your hunch. Otherwise, if you leave one player on the site, what's he really going to do? He's probably not going to get... You can't get a big spray down, right, in a pistol. You have to do a lot of work to get multiple kills on a solo hold. It's not easy to do. I understand why they took the risk. They went with their read, but it was wrong. Not have the force buy out from Imperial, though. So you've got to make sure they don't get reset straight away. Oh, no, it could be happening again. They won that first pistol in this map, and they were reset. They have brought this kill back, though, and this B site is open, so it's looking good on this rotate back. See if Pulse can do anything at range. Oh! He's got one. Will be traded, but still a 3-on-3 here. This is open.
If they lose this round, it's over. If they lose this round, that's a wrap. I think mentally, they'll be mentally disfigured by a loss in this round. Phelps may be waiting for some sounds elsewhere, some fire to cover his drop. He try and sneak through the corner of the smoke, maybe. He needs some fire for Phelps to get activated. Has he been heard? Nope, still standing then. 9Z will prove victorious in this round. They'll move to 6, and it's game on. It is game on. I think that pistol play was quite telling for 9Z. I think it might be night and day between their CT side and what they have to offer as the aggressors. They can set the pace now. Cleaning out the money for Imperial fully.
And I can see a little bit of belief there in the player cams. Flick of flash at the start of the round, but Jota going down just opens the window, opens the door. them to step into this bomb site. And Phelps unable to get involved because he didn't want to drop down. So that means the players on the site had to at least do something, had to at least cause a little bit of chaos, which just never came. Well then, is there some fight left in 9Z? Didn't think so in that first half. They picked up just a couple of rounds. They've got off to a good start on their T side. Who knows if they keep Imperial's economy weak? We saw them attempt that comeback over on Nuke. They started getting back into it on their CT side. Max goes hunting, but that's good info. That A site should be taken now by 9Z.
What do Imperial choose to do? They try to contain 9Z. Steal some rifles away. Score has become pretty close, pretty quick. VINI is going to be key, I feel like, in the CT side for Imperial. If they are to build some rounds, that AWP, that aggression, that signature heli style will be necessary to survive the CT side. Wendy looking comfortable already. Again, that body language we saw on the cams in the first half will feel like it was oh so long ago, different time entirely.
Really any exit kills for Imperial. Not significant damage anyway, bit of a shame. Would have been nice for them to try and do something, maybe steal away a gun, as you were saying. You are right, 9Z showing just that bit of belief now. Imperial try and snatch it away from them here because now they've got the rifles. No kit on the entire Imperial team, though. Worth noting, if that bomb does indeed go down in this round. The aggression out from Imperial early. Had a molly in position there, so they could look for that duel. No one spotted at the start of the round, though. 9Z seem pretty happy playing patient here. And based on the pistol, I wonder if that's going to be their approach for the majority of their T rounds. Trying to pull rotations and make it difficult for Imperial to read them.
Imperial holding on to their util for now. 9Z creating space towards A. With minute 10, they'll want to invite the CT utility sooner rather than later. There will be some in response. Let's not forget those faster rounds we saw from Imperial in the first half. 9Z may be capable of similar. Very forward lurk smoke. No response behind it though by Imperial, but 9Z are looking dangerous. Max doesn't give the turn Q away around that Molotov, but it breaks the push. Still, David will find an opening frag. EGT is here to trade as well. Jota holding down the water in the meantime, but the bomb will make its way into the bomb site. And that rotation won't come fast enough. Bomb planted, 3 on 2, but as tries to escape, he won't. EGT with 20 HP. What does he choose to do? Does he even defend this bomb site? Does he hold on to his AK-47? 1v3 with 20 HP. Rather you than me, buddy. And indeed, he knows this round's already lost.
Should see Imperial stick that bomb now, really. They've got the smoke up. They've got players defending, even without their kit. There's going to be a light work here for Imperial as they eventually pick up their 12th round. And I really think Jota deserves all the credit for that round win. The way he locked down his position. You see these initial trades fairly even. That was the spam through that David got, but traded. And Phelps traded back, but then this was the swing coming in from Jota. A really rapid transfer to get that double kill. Keeps control. It denies one side of the split. Makes it really hard for 9Z to close out the round. Still a buy for 9Z, still opportunities, but Imperial showing us what they're capable of. And look at this early A play for Imperial. They are sending it.
They really are. Can 9Z respond to this with the positions they have? VINI and Phelps pushing through A. We could be in some trouble. Look at this position from VINI. Very strong indeed, just about surviving this, the long-range spray from Buddha. That could be the difference maker now as the handoff. 9Z is forced by Imperial, coming to life once again now in this second half. 3-on-2, doable by either squad. That bomb is almost surrounded though, in the hands of Tri. Hiding in plain sight, perhaps waiting for DGT to make a play. On the rotation now. What is their read of the A bomb site? He passes DGT. Things are getting very, very strange indeed.
Try is so concerned with this bomb. I think he may be safe crossing over to his teammate. He wants to get active, wants to make sure he's here to help his teammate deliver the bomb safely. How much further does he go, though? Because Vinny's coming back. The timing is everything. DGT should have this. Now Phelps has to help his team, and he does. He delivers an important frag. Now Tri might have a tricky time getting this bomb down. 8 seconds. He feels like he has to commit. He does get it planted, and with an AWP here in the 1-on-2, this could still be good for him. He drops a smoke as bait. Something Imperial have to be concerned. He could be playing around, but instead he goes aggressive. He's got to predict that Henny position. Henny has come towards the bomb. This is awkward now for Tri. Sat on the other side of the smoke, but he's not forcing it. He's playing the waiting game. Glock in hand. He's trying to buy time, and that bomb is ticking. Henny wants this kill, but he just can't find the fight, and it's Tri who gets him with the Glock.
Oh, I can't believe it. What a clutch. How nervous must that be? The Glock with an AWP on your back and delivering the goods versus the AWP from the other side. That is a nervous round that they deliver in. Down to the wire, 1v2. Great movements with the AWP. Tri delivers when he needs to. What breaks the money of Imperial as well. Very important rounds. They could not fail on that one. With this push from Imperial, it looked quite bad as well. In the 3v2 situation, anything could happen. And Tri in the clutch, down to the Glock versus the M4. Ring around the Rosie with Henny. Big impact round. They can build on this.
Yeah, especially with the bad buy from Imperial in this one. Really, I love that play from Tri. I think he realized that it's so unlikely the player sticks the defuse when he's going to have his back likely turned to one of the two angles. It just feels so uncomfortable to do that. So good patience coming in from Tri. Now 9Z have just got to make sure don't make any mistakes in this round, because there are still weapons for Imperial, even if the majority of them are weaker. Bomb's been left behind here, but there is a bit of a commitment into this B-bomb site. Nades being used. Avid's got the initial entry. These smokes look good for them to get control of the bomb site.
Leaving nothing to chance. And he was ready with his pistol. Passing all the tests so far. VINI need not lose his rifle. 9Z continuing to build, but at the same time, Imperial have shown that they are capable of winning some rounds. Even the one they lost where they had that push through the A-bomb site. Showed some potential. So I think we're in for an interesting second half here. The first one was quite underwhelming. But I think Imperial CT side has got some more bite to it than what we saw from 9Z. That said, 9Z are catching up quickly. The body language is good. I really feel like Max could just bring his monitor forward and be in a much more comfortable position.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we're seeing a lot of pros start to realize that. Bring the monitor forward rather than lean in.
It's like he's using his weight to keep the table in place.
Yeah. Hey, you never know. Maybe that's his setup at home. We don't know. Don't know. Maybe his table's on wheels.
Many of us have had bizarre setups at home back in the day. I played on a bureau with a fold-down surface.
Ah.
So it lacked depth because there was obviously the gap where the table folded. Which is why my mouse style is the worst possible one. Wrist off the end of the table, very inconsistent.
I've seen some kitchen setups before, which is always wild on the countertops. Sure, that can't be ideal. Here comes Try. Shot early. He does have to be a little careful. He puts down a defensive smoke. Imperial not responding, though. I think VINI is still just confident enough. This A site, he has just enough info. See, do want to turn their attention his way. Has assistance from Bolts nearby, but no more utility to slow this down. It's got to be Bolts to help VINI here.
And Bolts may be compromised soon if the grenades come his way. He'll have to decide if he wants to defend the bomb site or defend mid. VINI left in the open and Bolts went for the mid plate. So the bomb site's been lost completely. 3 of the 4 players remaining on that B bomb site for Imperial. I don't think they're going to go for this one. VINI, the sacrificial lamb, the double pump from 9Z was enough to secure the rounds as Imperial focus on their economy.
Well then, simple play from 9Z. They find the weaker bomb site. And yeah, they did really well to force that smoke out of VINI early. And once they forced it out of him, they realized they've got a good chance at actually getting him out of the bomb site early. And then if they can get that early kill, even if there is a player to assist, even if Bolts was committed with him on the site, I think it would have been very hard there for them to actually lock it down. Avid trying to hunt at the end. EGT will get one of the CTs out of there, but should still be money for Imperial to buy. Either way, this is the first timeout for Imperial. That's wild, because this comeback has been monstrous from 9Z. Imperial have only won a single CT round so far. 9Z have got 6 on the T side, so really a much-needed timeout. And again, body language on Phelps, not ideal. Got to stay in this mentally. This game is still very much there for them. Fist bumps going. Henny looked like he was trying to loosen up. I've got to remember, 9Z themselves had very bad body language in the first half, and they were able to turn it round. So important to do that at this level. The teams really focus on it. Counter-Strike is a mental game massively. Double AWPs now out for Imperial. Could that be the change they needed?
Dejection was the body language for 9Z in that first half. Hasn't been that bad for Imperial. Outside the server, at least. They have been closer on some rounds, I feel like. Still posting L's, though. But he scoped in early so as not to reveal the plan, the ploy. Imperial have held on to a lot of their utility at this point. Maybe having 2 people on scopes will help in that regard. Allows them to try to ruin the timing here for 9Z. Will show some presence in mid. Bolts will have an angle on that. But again, if there were to be an execute towards A, which seems unlikely for the time being, then he may have a tough decision to make. Who's going to go and pick up this bomb, though? Just still over towards the A bomb site. Looks like it will be Try, heading towards the 40-second mark. Phelps towards B will still have a smoke. Henny towards A will still have a smoke. So we're really going to go down to the wire on this one. They start to regroup again towards that A bomb site. You can see Henny going back and forth, deciding what he wants to do. VINI will deliver, create some space for himself. But again, Bolts is still having to hold down that mid position. Does he go to help his teammate? Looks like he might do, but does VINI need the help? Bolts holds down mid at the same time. Back and forth he goes. Hard task for Bolts, but he's delivering here. 5-on-2, Try in no man's land. At this point, may just have to try and save WP. How likely will that be, though? Dangerous game behind that pillar.
Yeah, you just got to wonder, were 9Z trying to get a little too intricate there because they left the clock really late and they didn't really pressure elsewhere. I will say, massive shout out to VINI. I think the switch up onto the AWP was such a great idea. In the previous round, they were able to contact out and deal with VINI. This time, having the AWP means that he can just deny those early players from really getting the ground straight away. As you pointed out, Imperial holding the nade certainly helped as well. Is this a pacier round from 9Z, though? Looked like it wanted to be, but that molly has done big damage and it slowed them significantly.
Very important timing for Imperial. 9Z perhaps responding to the existence of that second AWP with a very fast play or attempt towards that B bomb site. Just the one, no, two smokes. There are two smokes for Imperial, along with some incendiaries. They are not in the worst position, although Bolts is further away from that A bomb site on this occasion. VINI playing in a forward position, where he can fall back and maybe go again.
3 rounds in a row, this A play looking likely. Some fake nades towards mid to try and keep Bolts' attention here.
But it seems they've got a good chance of isolating VINI. Again, Bolts is having to decide whether to help defend or hold that mid position, but VINI, his reset is very effective. And now he's got that angle with Bolts for support. Still looking for their entry frag, 9Z, as they creep around this bomb site, and it's going to prove very expensive for them. Trying to abuse the numbers, but VINI put himself in a more aggressive position where he could drop one, fall back, post up again, drop another, fall back, post up again. Even double peek on the third attempt with Bolts. Slight adjustment working very effectively for Imperial, and these are big rounds they are winning right now.
Eddie there had a big smile on his face. I think Imperial are a lot more relaxed now as they get a 14th round, find themselves 2 away from winning this series. Yeah, that flash just didn't blind him. Maybe not flashing for this specific angle, but I love the switch up from VINI. Playing on that position as you tuck back in, it makes it easier for Bolts to come over and help you on that angle, rather than when you're playing on the smoke and you've or playing on the site and you've got the deeper angle. Instead, you fall back and you hold a similar angle to Bolts, who rotates in from mid. It really helps them work together nicely there. VINI, the rock for the team, stepping up in the last couple of rounds. Imperial may well have him to thank if they take this map and series over the line. No warp this time for VINI. Kenny with a sniper in this one. That means VINI is actually doubling up on mid, leaving A wide open. He thinks he's been doing so well on A that he's certain they're not going to come there anymore.
The hubris. Reading 9Z to a T. Wonderful stuff. Looking for that second kill. 4v3 for Imperial. Bolts continues to be a problem. They've tried to put him into very difficult situations, and they have, but he has delivered. Now Henny emerges at the right time for Imperial, but a devastating time for 9Z. Their money is in the bin. They're heading towards being against game point with no cash. They'll be fighting with frying pans like it's TF2.
They can't go invisible, though. They can't sneak behind. No special abilities in Counter-Strike. Max would have needed a special ability to do anything in this 1-on-4. Knows that it's not possible. And VINI makes that initial move on mid. Max has to be a little careful here. Okay, he is. He should be fine now. He will retreat back to the safety of spawn, back to the bins. No one's going to search the bin bags. So he will at least save his gun. But And VINI just really ahead of 9Z right now. Switches up to mid, catches the first man off guard. Bolt's able to trade to get them into a good position. Then a little bit of Henny magic, cleaning up a couple of fairly easy shots by his standards. It is Imperial on series point. 9Z's buy isn't even all that.
Freedom of a Tech 9, though, can produce poisonous effects to your opponent. Bolts deeper in mids. Henny over towards the A-bomb site with that 1 AWP. Change in formation for Imperial. That bomb seems focused towards B, though. DGT drops in that mid position. Dobbs looks like he wants to do something aggressive on B later on. Very close angle for him. An early 4v5. 2 rifles, 2 pistols for 9Z. No great options for them as Bolts fades away from that mid position. 9Z will be looking for a peek that will never come. Avid just walking through the smoke brazenly as that boost is there. I respect it. Gives them a few crucial seconds. Bolts takes a very passive angle. Worse than that, he's actually rotated over towards the B-bomb site. So the wrap towards A is open, however, Henny's trained on this position. They've left this open, but the bouncing into the bomb site will be a problem. They can close in on Henny's angle now. He's lost all the good angles. He's eating the flashes as well. But VINI will deliver, dropping that bomb carrier, and Henny is still standing. His sheer presence is a problem. Buy time for the team. The quick scope as well. Leaves Max with nowhere to go. 1v4, 20 seconds to plant this bomb. And Henny still stands at 15 HP. Beautiful work from him. Imperial secure the last round and the series 16-10.
Imperial pick up their first win here at Pro League. They couldn't quite get it over the line against Fnatic, but they looked good here in this regional matchup against 9Z. Again, we're seeing performances out of Phelps. We're seeing Henny on